Association for Alcohol Drug Educators, and none of us would really be here if it hadn't been for all of the work that he did and his vision for, my goodness, getting Katie accredited college programs to train and educate future addiction counselors. So I want to recognize Dr. Wilson and convey his love and warm embrace. I remember when I first started at Cypress College as a student and walked into my first class, and I thought, you know, I'm in recovery, I got this nailed. I know how to diagnose, I know what addiction's all about, I know how you fix it, and oh, how wrong I was. And then I also have this other memory of walking up to get my doctorate degree thinking, oh God, I know less now than I did the first day I started at Cypress College. So, and I think that's actually a good thing, and that's growth. You know, everybody was given accolades, and I know students love to do that for their professors. This is a day about you. All us old geezers can get up here and love one another, and I know you like to give love and service, but it's really about you. And I wanted to share something a therapist once told me, one of my therapists, actually quite a few. She said, altruism is not altruistic. What in the hell does that mean? Remember, how many of you have seen My Name is Bill W., the film? There's a scene in there where Bill and Bob have just met. They're at the Cyberling estate. And Dr. Bob is telling Bill Wilson, for those of you who don't know this, these are the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous, the co-founders. And at their first meeting, Dr. Bob thinks that this whippersnapper's coming to help him get sober. And so he tells Bill, he calls him Mr. Wilson, Mr. Williams, I think he makes the mistake and calls him Bill Williams. He says, well, what can you do for me, Mr. Williams? I've been carved up and prayed over like a Christmas turkey. Everyone's tried their wares on me. Just what can you offer me? You remember what Bill said? He said, Dr. Smith, I'm not here for you. I'm here for me. And as years have gone by and you know, and I teach in the classroom, and I was just the chief cook and bottle washer at Katie, so I kind of just, since I was doing that, they hired me to be their executive director, which just is a fancy term for chief cook and bottle washer. But what I realize is that, you know, people say, oh, Dr. Phelps, you're so loving and giving, and I keep remembering, I'm not really doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. And I love it, and I wouldn't do anything else. And I hope that I'm of service, but you can't be of love and service without getting something really awesome back. And so I just want to acknowledge that I can't give more than I'm getting. It just is not possible to do that. And I'm standing in the footprints of some wonderful human beings who came before me, and I hope I can continue to help others. And I hope that you will remember what we've said, that this is only the beginning for you. The longer you work in the field with recovering folks, the more you're going to understand how much you don't know. And so, okay, now's the advertisement part. And so, I want to tell you about Cal State Fullerton and our bachelor's program in human services that has the only accredited bachelor's level substance abuse treatment and prevention track, accredited by Katie. So, we're waiting for you to come up there and just take this journey to the next step. Katie released a tiered system so that we, unlike other certifying organizations, since we're the only ones who require accredited college education for you to become certified, we decided that we would acknowledge and honor levels of education. So we have the CATSI tiered system, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which goes all the way up to the doctorate, and also the CATSI N, which is for nurses. So come on up. You can get, if you continue and get your AA degree, AS degree, that you'll be a CATSI 2, bachelor's CATSI 3, master's CATSI 4, and the doctorate level is CATSI 5. So, what else? I'm sorry that I was late. But back in the day, when I was out there, I was always like the first to get there and the last one to leave. And now, as I get older, I'm always the last one to get there and the first one to leave. If you're interested in finding some more out about our tiered system so that you can consider getting higher education and coming along and getting higher degrees, we have some of our Katie pamphlets. And my trusty sidekick, Tatiana Servin, who is our PR coordinator for Katie, is here, and she's got lots of goodies that have the information about the tiered system. I want to leave you with one final thing. When my grandpa died, we found this poem in a frame in his living room, and I had never read it before, and it touched my heart. It sort of, I think, talks to you about who you are and what you do, and I'd like to share it with you. It's called The Road Not Taken. It's by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I marked the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Congratulations.